Hello again and welcome back to the Class Warrior 87 Dark Souls 2 PC edition playthrough. Let's have a look now. I realised that after watching through the last video that actually the sound was alright, so I'm turning that back up a bit. Now it just sounds really loud to me because I've got the volume playing through my headset. That's okay. I can turn the headset up and down and so on. I'm so used to dual wielding that I'm trying to do dual wield attacks. Right, so the first area in the game that you're supposed to go to, apparently anyway, this is not where I went to when I first played the game, but it's apparently where you're meant to go to. It kind of resembles the Undead Berg, it's the same kind of difficulty level really. Undead soldiers, not much else other than that. Right, now this big grey guy here, you probably don't want to engage him whilst there's archers still alive. And also you probably don't want to go see the archers until you've looted this thing over here. I know it's nothing great really, but you know, it's something at least. This ladder over here leads up to those archers at the top there. Ouch. All that for a short sword. Totally should be some loot here, but there's not. Yeah, be wary of the odd few soldiers that are lying around on the floor that won't actually sort of engage you until you get really close. Now, as I said, you probably don't want to engage this guy unless you know, you've cleared the area first. He's kind of unpredictable with his attacks. Yeah, does a lot of damage as well, so you really need to be careful. You can backstab him, but he's, like I said, he's really unpredictable, so trying to backstab is probably not smart. That's a good one. Can't hit him when he's standing up as well, but he does that, so watch out. get some out of him. I've heard that the sword's pretty good, but I've never used it personally. 75, that's really poor. Although it does lightning damage, so it might be quite good, I don't know. Although I can't use it effectively thanks to my shitty stats. So I'll be sticking with the broadsword for now. Both of these paths lead the same place. If you go around that way, there's a soldier guy. If you go through here, there's two really weak soldier guys. That was terrible. I'm not used to using a broadsword. If it looks like something could be hidden somewhere, it more than likely is. Much like in Dark Souls, you can sneak up on enemies. Granted, that wasn't the most stealthy kill, really. These guys are a little bit tougher. It's still very easy though. These guys are kind of the equivalent of Balder Knights in Dark Souls. Range on this broadsword is so poor. Quite slow as well. This place is very kind of, as well as being a bit like the Undead Burg, it also reminds me a lot of Demon Souls, to be honest, like Boletaria sort of city and palace. That's what it reminds me of. Do I go down there or not? That is the question. Let's do it. So you can go down here, and there's a whole downstairs section kind of area. There's a bunch of guys kicking around with the scaffold, so watch out. There's a hole in the wall here that leads back to the passage by which we entered the area. Well, this just looks like a challenge to me. I'm fairly certain that there are quicker and easier ways down than this. Down ahead. Yeah, thanks for that. Oh shit. Quite a lot of enemies kicking around here, so you gotta watch out. Oh shit, that's not good. What the hell, man? The thing is with this game, you forget how weak you are at the start of the game and how slow your attacks are. I'm used to being quick. Unlike in Dark Souls, your movement speeds are actually affected by a stat in this called adaptability. A lot of... oh no, that's not what you want. So it looks like I'm going to have to equip something else. But what? Ah, whatever. I can just do it. I can just two-hand it, can't I? it's still not sufficient. Right, well, whatever. If you come down here, there's actually a sword that a lot of people like to have and apparently think it's awesome, although I've never used it personally. It's not there. The problem is that you have this lizard thing down this corridor. Oh, what the hell. Okay, that's really not gonna work. Oh shit. This isn't good. Well, I'm screwed here. Okay, so I don't even have the stats to effectively wield a short sword. This isn't good. I didn't even equip my Estus flask. Bit of a close call there. I think I'm going to have to make a run for it. Well, anyway, as I was saying, down the place where they built this little lizard in the cave, although that wasn't the best example of it, you can go down there and there's a flame longsword, something along that, some kind of fire infused longsword. Basically, it's quite effective apparently, quite a decent weapon for this early on in the game. So we have our first bonfire in the Forest of Fallen Giants. I'm just going to quickly run back out here because there's something around here. Right, so this merchant here sells
something, anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
She has really long, fucked up fingernails. It's the first time I've noticed that actually. Right, so she sells a few useful items, one of which is a must buy at this point, and that is Lenegast's key. That opens the door for the blacksmith, allowing you to make use of his services. And I also highly recommend at this point that you buy a few of these, because, well, I'll show you why very soon. Now that is what I'm talking about. And I'm sure as hell going to equip those right now. Right, so wrong way. So this is the way forward down here. Upstairs is an area that we can open, but it's just basically a bit of loot. But we can't get there until we've gotten a certain key after the boss, I think. Now there's two bosses in this area, and this seems to be a common theme of Dark Souls 2. Unlike in the first Dark Souls where you typically have one boss for each area, it seems there's often two bosses in each area of this, or at least that's the way it is early on in the game. And it really allows you to sort of get a lot of PvP whilst doing bosses, and it's good. It's good basically. It's good to have two bosses. It allows more summoning opportunities, and the whole PvP system and all the matchmaking and everything just seems way more robust in this game. and it's good to see. This is another locked door that we can't open just yet. We'll take a slight detour here. Now if you come down here, there's a little... Oh shit. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, achievement unlocked. This is Dark Souls, great. Thanks a lot. Right, so that was kind of embarrassing. I can't believe that I died this early on in the game, to be honest. But, whatever. I'm in the Victor's Covenant. This is the price you pay. Again, that's another door that we can't yet open. It's part of the fun in the first playthrough was just remembering where all these locked doors were. And believe me, it gets a pain after a while on your first playthrough, just trying to remember. Because you always remember, oh, there was a door here. And I couldn't open it. I'm not about to lose my souls here. Alright, so there's a whole, like I said, there's a whole area down here with a bunch of enemies and some loot and all the rest of it. There's actually an NPC here who's quite useful, especially early on in the game, and I will show you why. I'm suddenly starting to panic a little bit for some reason. And this the way to do it is just run and jump across there. I love the backstabs in Dark Souls 2, they're so much better than the backstabs in Dark Souls. It has to be stated. Vast improvement. Be very careful here as there is a trap. Boulder appears to just roll harmlessly away. This isn't Sen's Fortress, so there isn't a constant stream of those boulders. Just walk up here where the boulder came from and...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map. Why cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came into this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait, no, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. Here, take this. A key to the mansion. What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here. Incredible, really, isn't it? Such a map to be chiseled in stone. Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. Now, I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please. I'll be back. Perhaps we will meet again.
Alright, so that's about enough out of him. Basically it gives you the house key for Medulla. There's a big house that was locked. There's an Estus flask shard in there that you can use to upgrade your Estus flask and get an extra one. And there is also a soul vessel in there as well. And there's some other kind of minor loot as well. We'll have a look at see what that was. I can't remember exactly. Let's see. It's another thing I really like in Dark Souls 2. When you rush at an enemy that's an archer, you'll see them quickly sort of react and get out weapons and start trying to fight back quickly. It's good to see that. Because typically the archer enemies in Dark Souls just kind of, well, they were basically harmless once you got in within melee range. Right, to be honest, after that detour I am definitely going back to the bonfire. Over there is another gate, which we can't open yet. This time we're just going to run straight up the top here. Watch out as there are three enemies up there. Probably sneak up on these guys. Now if you go up there, there is an early boss encounter. Thanks for throwing a fucking bomb off my head, you dick. Right, as I was saying before, fire bombs. So if you have a fire bomb equipped here, this guy's a pain in the ass. You can throw it at these explosive barrels over here. And you have a shortcut back to the bonfire. Now this might not seem very useful at first, but actually later in the game it'll be quite useful. And also, you know, it's quite nice for getting from here to this boss encounter. so bring it on, I say. And this guy's called the Pursuer. He's a pain in the ass. He always attacks you and never learns any new tricks. It's really easy to fight. All you gotta do is roll towards him and kind of to the right a bit. If I die here, I'm gonna be embarrassed. To be fair, it's a lot of people don't like to fight him straight away. I mean, I don't like to typically, because to be honest, he is quite tough at the start, and if you've never fought him before, you know, you've got to learn his moves and things. Luckily, most of them are really easy to avoid, but it seems like he's not taking much damage at this point, and I really don't want to waste kind of 20 minutes of the video spent on fighting this douchebag. Rather leave it for the actual fight, because if you beat him here, the actual proper boss fight with him up on top of the fort no longer, well, you can't do it anymore basically, it's gone. So I'll leave that and we'll fight him when the time comes. I think you may get some additional loot for beating him, but I'm not certain on that. I really couldn't say. That way leads back to the other bonfire. This way there's some loot and stuff in there, but there's also a bunch of enemies in a trap, so you might not want to go rushing in. It's probably wise to speak to this guy before anything else.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times. Well, I hope you have a very good reason. Oh, hogwash. Who am I to judge? My name is Pate. I journey hither and thither on a sort of treasure hunt, you might call it. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself. Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther. There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind. I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure. I was with this warrior, you see, and he insisted that he go inside first. The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the loot for himself, but it trapped him inside. I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed.
Wow, this guy sounds like someone we know.
I'll leave this one to you. I'm worried about what might be inside.
He also has the same voice as somebody else that we know who was just as shady.
I'll leave this one to you. I'm worried about what might be inside.
Well, again, bring it on, I say. Firebombs are really useful early on if you just you know, you see you've got low health and you just don't want to have to get stuck into melee confrontations like exactly what I'm doing right now. Hitting multiple enemies as well. It's like a rudimentary pyromancy, a weakened form. fancy my chances here. Let's see. Oh shit. When in doubt, all about. Let's hope this fall doesn't kill me.
Well, I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either. Be careful out there. Oh.
Yeah,
It
so
allows
this guy
undead
actually
to call out for help to one another.
this guy gives you
across
the
the
white
fissures
soapstone.
between worlds. With luck, somebody. Well, I hope that be careful.
Ironically, it's probably not going to be much use to me right now, as I'm in the Champions Covenant, which I may or may not stay in. I'm not sure yet, to be honest. I'm really undecided on it. I'm going to do a couple of bosses with it, and we'll see what it's like. People always wonder what is going on with these trees or these giant corpses or whatever. I'm not telling you, basically. If you already know them, fair enough, but they do come into play later on, so I'll leave that for you to enjoy later on, or for yourself, or whatever. I can't remember what's in that chest, but I'm convinced that it's something good. So let's see. Totally taking the cheap way here. Ah, hey, that does the job nicely. That's me. This one. No, I don't know why I get that feeling. So I probably get that feeling about every single. Jesus, that was close. Every single treasure chest I see. Get the hell out of there before that guy detonates. Whoa, shit. I wasn't sure whether he was actually going to do it there, but oh shit. Right, these guys can be easily goaded into attack. Whoa, holy fucking shit! That was dangerous. Gotta watch out though, they're pretty powerful. You can easily do that to beat them though. They're really easy to sort of avoid, just backstep, rush in, backstep, easy. So there's two, like I said, there's two bosses in this place. Normally the bosses seem to be intended to like be done in a certain order. For instance, this one, you can, like we said, like I said, we fought the Pursuer before. I mean, he's the main boss in this place, but we could have killed him early if you know, had the time and motivation to do that in this instance. But no. So you've got that choice to kill him or not, but if you don't, then you've got to get the key from the other boss to be able to get up to fight him. So let's see now. Sometimes it's best to just bring one at a time into the fight. If you go rushing over there, you'll end up fighting two at once. No fun, basically. Oh, lucky bastard. Wall saves his life. Right. Right, so you can also go up here if you really want to. You gotta watch out for this other guy who comes up behind. So you gotta kill that first one quick, or you can lure the first one down if you want. It's another way of doing it. Stuff that I'm probably not going to use. Right, so this whole area is very, very Dark Souls. I hate those crystal lizards. They're really difficult to kill in Dark Souls 2, to be honest. They're a pain in the ass. I was actually raging the other day trying to get all the ones in the dragon area later in the game, and it's just infuriating. Got most of them, but there was just one that I could not get. Right, so this lift here leads down to the boss. We can open this gate from this side, so that's good. We now have a shortcut. We're having a Dark Souls moment here, which is awesome. Just freaking out. Let's see. Right, so it would definitely be worth buying one of these at this point. Now these things, it's possible to get them in unlimited supply via a certain covenant, and there's a lot of them scattered around as loot in various places throughout the world, so it's always good to collect the forest lockstone, and there's certain mechanisms, they look like faces in the walls or the floor. These are basically switches that you can use the forest lockstone to unlock. Alright, so the next thing I'll do is I'm going to demonstrate how the lockstone works and how you use it on the first available lockstone slot. So, you come down here, and we saw before that there's this room full of traps, or it looks pretty dangerous anyway. Just sneak in there. Be wary, as there are 3 similar enemies here. These guys can quite easily overwhelm you if you're not careful, so you've got to be really cautious. This broadsword is terrible. It's got such a low range, short range rather. Right, so we have this kind of area down here. You can jump down if you want, it's probably not going to hurt you. Now, this door. There we go, somebody's helpfully explained what we need to do already. Although I want some glory too. Right, so all you gotta do with this door to get it open is give it a tap. And the guys on the other side will open the door for you. How nice of them. Oh, there's 3 of them, I thought there was 2. Shit. For some reason with the 2-handed broadsword it doesn't seem to be doing the front stab attack when you break an enemy's guard. So, the first thing we do is go in here and get this, whatever it may be, I can't actually remember. Life ring and titanite shard. So that's another reason you don't need the life ring at the start of the game. You will get it anyway. Make blades. Yeah, sorry, I actually came back and did this bit after the pursuer. So if you're wondering why the footage cuts, that's why. I came down here before the pursuer, but I just got my ass kicked like 5 times in a row by all those dudes. Just didn't have high enough stats to be able to deal with multiple enemies like that. So that's the Forest Lockstone in use there. You put it in these panel things, these kind of switches that look like a face. Normally it lights up an area of the wall in the same room. And in classic style you just hit it to open it. Nice and simple. Now be aware that most illusory walls in this game need to be used rather than hit to open. So you have to actually run around using the wall, and you won't get a hint or any kind of indication that there's an illusory wall there. So you just got to hit it, basically. I mean, sorry, not hit it. Sorry, you've got to watch out for traps and chests as well. But you've got to just run around using the wall the same way you would open a door, basically. So we've got a titanite slab and all our stuff down here. So Pursuer's next up, although at this point I have already killed him, but I'm going to show you the fight itself and how easy it can actually be. So I head back now. Right, so it's time for the last giant to die. Now I have to admit I've had a couple of attempts at him and he just fucking killed me twice there. So that's not because he's hard, but it's because this character sucks so far, so... I know I'm probably going to get hate and people are going to say it's because I suck and whatever. Maybe I do. But this time he dies, and I am in the Champions Covenant, so whatever. Basically, don't forget to use your roll. You've always got the roll. It's really helpful to have as well. part where I do something stupid and die. I always freak out right at the end of the boss fight. Oh shit. Yeah. Nice one. Tell you what this place reminds me of. Reminds me of Quelag's lair. I'm not saying it is, but it reminds me of it. Right, so we got the last giant soul and the soldier key, which opens a number of those locked doors, none of which is this one, by the way. Although if you knew what was in there, you would not want to go in there anyway. I must go level up, so I'm going to go do that quickly.
Bearer of the curse, seek souls.
Actually,
Larger,
just shut
more
up for
powerful.
now, please. Right. I should have done this sooner, to be honest.
Ah, yes, very good. Now I can. But first, let me set up.
Yeah, because once you unlock, you've actually got to go away and then come back for him to get his shit together. Although personally, I don't see why I couldn't just climb through the fucking window. I mean, really. Lazy bastard. Right, so.
Bearer of seek lest the
Right, so we might as well do something else while we're here as well. In the form of entering the manor, or the mansion, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Actually, I noticed something there. I didn't get an ore stone. I didn't get anything related to the Covenant. It's kind of lame. Expected to get like an ore stone from a boss or something, but I guess not. So I'm not sure how this Champions Covenant thing actually works, to be honest. This is the map that Kale was talking about. It seems to be a map of Drangleic. And I honestly don't know where all these bloodstains come from. Well, I don't know what the hell was up with that slowdown there. But this just brings back memories. And it's right that it should bring back memories, because there we go, the Estus Flask Shard, like I said. Illusion. It's not though, is it? However, this doesn't appear to be an illusion. Shards of the Broken Lord vessel on the floor there. Oh yeah, sorry, and there's also a chest through here as well. and a soul vessel, which allows you to reallocate points. So I'm gonna go get out of here. So now, once you've killed that skeleton in the basement, Kale will now move up here. Yeah, and in this game you can use as many souls as you want at once, which
Is that
is
it?
awesome.
Here, to see light, however faint it might.
Right, so she can, if you get an Estus Flask shard, you can give it to her, and she levels up your Estus Flask by giving you an extra one, which is cool. Right, I don't like this Champions Covenant thing, so I'm just going to leave it. It doesn't seem very useful for anything really. It would be nice to get the maximum level out of it just for the fist weapon buff, but...
No, you do have a rather tight one.
I'm going to abandon it. So...
Oh my.
Because I would rather be able to play with other people. It's much better. So let's have a look now. So back to the Forest of Fallen Giants, and we're going to go kill the pursuer. And we'll enlist the help of some kind soul to help, maybe even two. Yeah, might be a little while before I actually get somebody. Yeah, it seems like in the first Dark Souls it was difficult to summon somebody, and in this one it's difficult to summon somebody because everybody else has summoned them first. So, at least the online system really does work in this, which is a reassuring thing. See, sometimes it appears to look for the more slyly placed summon signs. Why the hell would you put it in here? Right, so VJ and Frederick. There's another Estus Flask shard there. So that's always another reason to come up here. Right, this area is pretty much a dead end at this point in the game. You can't open the door here until much later on. So you can get this chest, but bring a restoration torch. It's better than nothing at the moment, so I might as well equip it. Gives you slowly restores your health basically. But yeah, this door you cannot get past. Not right now anyway. Now there is an extra area down here. I'm not going to explore it because it is actually whatever, this guy wants to go for it, so I'm going to go for it. So yeah, we'll do it. Basically this area is full of these ironclad soldiers, so you really need to be careful. That wasn't smart at all. As I explained though, these big guys are actually, despite that they are dangerous, they are quite easy to kill. Especially if there's explosives involved. When they start swinging the thing around like that, they do it 4 times, not 3. So be very wary of that, because I know a lot of people will run in after the 3rd swing, and they deliberately do a 4th delayed swing, and it really can catch you off guard, so be wary. Oh shit, that didn't look good. Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe there's some graphical slowdown because of the high settings there or something. actually forgot to pick that other item up. There's something else on the other side of there. It was in that other area where I spoke to Kale the cartographer first time. If you explore the bottom of one of those buildings around there, that's where you find that. I mean, that's how you get to the other side of there. It's nothing special, of course, but you know, all the loot early on kind of helps. Where the fuck did he come from? Right, so if you come here and you've been invaded recently, there'll be a big seed of Tree of Giants in the giant's hand there, and you can loot that and it replenishes. Basically, like I said, that item allows you to turn enemies in your world against invaders. It's really useful, and I've had some hilarious encounters as a result of it, and honestly I can't recommend it enough. Always keep one handy for those, just for when you get an invader who runs and hides amongst the enemies, and then you trigger that and just laugh. So there's a bonfire in here, but this bonfire is just a total dead end. So I'm just going to go back to the other bonfire and find some new friends and go kill the pursuer. I appreciate that this video wasn't very exciting, as there's not a lot going on at the moment. I'm just a low level knight, you know, at the start of the game. I promise things will pick up soon enough though. Right, so what's my strength? 14, so I need 15 if I'm to dual wield, and I need 14, no, 10, 11, let's call it 12, 12 dex, 13 dex at the most. Nice one. Right, so we have one new friend. I'm kind of mystified as to the names on this. Like, I'm wondering, are these character names the actual names that people have written in for the characters? Because obviously there's no gamer tag here, so it's kind of confusing. I keep seeing ones that have been censored as well by the looks of it. So, I'm not sure exactly what is going on there. Now, people tend to laugh at the fist build in this game, but actually the fists are really, really effective. Sorry guys. And not only are they effective, but they're extremely fast as well, which is probably the best thing about them. If you've got high poise, then it's quite easy to kind of rush in and catch an enemy before they can even if you've got the stone ring, you can run in, catch an enemy off guard and just lay into them and they can't really do a damn thing. It's awesome. Right, so like I said before, this door leads to the pursuer.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know how to fight this guy.
Ah, right. Sorry, funnily enough, right, you're actually on a recorded playthrough. So, yeah. But that's cool. I didn't realise I'd be able to speak whilst also recording. This is pretty cool. So basically, the best thing to do is just to roll forward towards the boss and past him when he does his attacks. He can't really hit you. And also, if you want, you can go and use the ballistas at the back of the room and just kind of shoot him. But make sure you don't kill me in the process. So time it well, basically. Right, so it's time for the pursuer to die. Oh, and that is not how to lead by example. Oh shit. Beautiful. Nice. Awesome job, Julia. Well done. Oh. Oh, damn it. And that's it from him. Well, that's the easy way of doing the boss fight, and thanks to Nelm and thanks to Julia for their kind help. Thanks, guys. Praise the sun. So that was one thing that I was wondering about. This was whether other people using voice chat would come through and you'd be able to hear them, and whether they'd be able to hear me. But I guess that answers the question. Again, here we have another location of a tree giant, or a giant tree. Tree of giants, whatever you want to call it. Right, so now I'm not going to be progressing on to this next area just yet, but I'm going to get the bonfire there, and then I'm going to retreat to Majula, because basically where we're going now is kind of like the Sen's fortress of this game, in that you kind of have to go there to get to the next area. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna get this bonfire, then going back to Majula, and I'm gonna stop for tonight. Wow, that's quite interesting that you can actually see summon signs in the cutscenes. Right, so I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, I can upgrade my weapons as well while I'm here.
You, the name's Lenigrast. Just a simple blacksmith. And you are? A man ought to not roam around. Oh, what is it? Your equipment. Yep.
Yeah, old man. Let me have a look. Sell me some shit. Right, so at this point it's worth just buying some stuff and just reinforcing something. Quite honestly, I'm going to upgrade the broadsword, but I'm also going to start upgrading these things as well, because I want to use them and they are really fun.
I'll be around.
Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it. So that I'm to see light, however faint.
Again, Estus Flask Shard. Now the place I just went to there, Lost Bastille, that's kind of the next logical area to go. But the thing is, I don't think I'll be able to beat the boss there just yet. So we're going to have to hold off on that area for a bit. And there's another thing about that area is that there's also another way to it. So you don't have to go the way I just went through the Forest of Fallen Giants. Actually no, we can go through Hades Tower of Flame and No Man's Wharf, and there's a ship there that takes us to the same place, but via a different entrance, which has its own sort of, it's kind of hard to explain. Lost Bastille is an interesting one though, the way it's set up. Right, so I'm just going to quickly put some levels on, and then we're done for Forest of Fallen Giants.
That is the only way, lest this land...
Until we return to it later on, of course. Feel better already. Right, so yep, that's all good for now. So I'll pick up from here next time, and it'll probably be tomorrow, the next video. So catch you all later, and you know, next time.